Your one click on the subscribe button makes a huge difference. Thank you for your kind support.
Beyond the Gates, Season 1, Episode 34 unfolds amidst a mix of personal struggles, buried tensions, and the complicated ties that bind its characters together. As the episode revolves around Kat's birthday celebration, it sets the tone for emotional confrontations, personal revelations, and the complexities of relationships. The episode brings an intricate balance of joy, heartbreak, confrontation, and reflection, deepening the arcs of its key characters while teasing future developments. The episode begins with Kat's birthday preparation, a seemingly light-hearted occasion but one fraught with nuanced undercurrents. Anita, Kat's mother, goes above and beyond, ensuring everything is perfect for her miracle baby, despite Kat's minimalistic preferences. While Anita insists on throwing a grand celebration, there is a strong hint that she sees more than just a birthday party in the event. It feels like Anita is trying to savor every fleeting moment of being needed by Kat. Her need to establish control and significance highlights her struggle in accepting that Kat, now an independent adult, might no longer require her, as she once did. Clearly feeling the weight of time passing, Anita pours herself into the party planning as a distraction from her deeper fears about her place in Kat's evolving life. Anita's preoccupation with appearances also comes into play when she insists on spraying Febreze to set the vibe. The brand mention, which initially seems like casual product placement, adds layered significance. The idea of masking odors mirrors Anita's tendency to cover up any tension or blemish in her family life, projecting an idealized version of their world even when cracks begin to show. The symbolism is not lost on viewers. Relationships, much like the house prep for the party, need more than surface-level refreshing. Meanwhile, the focus shifts to Dani, who is struggling with heartbreak and unresolved feelings from her past. Throughout the season, Dani has wrestled with her identity and her sense of self-worth, constantly being compared to her cousin Haley and living under the shadow of the Dupree family legacy. When Chelsea takes a dig at her, referring to Dani as her momager, and expressing pity for her, it becomes clear that Dani's insecurities are out in the open. Chelsea's dismissive comment is like a dagger to Dani's already fragile self-esteem. Her strained past with her ex-husband and the constant whispers around her personal life intensify her feelings of inadequacy, leaving her in a state of emotional turmoil that she cannot seem to shake off. Interestingly, Chelsea's assertion that she and Dani don't have a damn thing in common feels both untrue and ironic. Just as Dani struggles to overcome the weight of societal judgment and familial expectations, Chelsea, too, has to navigate her own battles to assert independence and relevance within the same Dupree-centric world. But unlike Dani, Chelsea seems to wield her sharp tongue as both a weapon and a shield, deflecting her own vulnerabilities while deepening Dani's. This dynamic calls to mind the broader thematic exploration of self-perception versus external judgment, a recurring motif throughout the series. Simultaneously, Haley and Bill's subplot serves as an unexpected but pivotal turning point in their relationship. Bill, who has always been depicted as emotionally restrained, finally begins to reveal cracks in his stoic demeanor when Haley confronts him about his honesty, or lack thereof. The scene where Haley challenges Bill not just as a daughter but as a lawyer carries emotional heft. It is not merely a legal confrontation but an attempt to reconcile the dual roles Bill plays in her life. Though her concern stems primarily from her father's declining health, evidenced by his unexplained hand numbness, it is also tied to her fears of losing the emotional connection she once had with him. Over the course of the conversation, Bill's quiet dismissals and subtle avoidance underscore the deep sense of shame he feels about his shortcomings as a parent. He brushes off his health concerns with faint humor, but Haley sees through the facade, and their dialogue exposes how much emotional damage has been buried beneath the surface of their complex relationship. The recurring mention of Bill's health becomes more than a minor plot detail. It symbolizes the fragility of familial bonds when left untended. Just as Bill's hand becomes numb, the emotional distance between him and Haley parallels his condition. Their avoidance, like his symptoms, may only worsen unless confronted head-on. The poignant moment where Haley says, "Do I have to be on death's door for you to have a change of heart?" starkly encapsulates her desperation for acknowledgement and honesty from her father. Amidst these personal dramas, the episode does not shy away from injecting lighter moments and nuanced humor. One particular dynamic worth noting is that between Nicole and Anita as they discuss Kat's pared-down guest list and preferences for the party. Nicole's wistful observation about wanting a Bridgerton meets Bratz costume party is a reminder of the generational and personality differences between the two. While Nicole represents a more extravagant, free-spirited energy, Anita's devotion to tradition becomes a quieter statement of her identity. Even as Anita adjusts to Kat's wishes, there's an unspoken tension between respecting boundaries and holding on to a sense of control, adding depth to Anita's character. As Kat finally steps into the forefront, her interactions reveal a character at a crossroads in her life. The birthday girl herself is torn between celebration and introspection. Her conversation with an unnamed character, possibly Ted, about having an ulterior, non-cupcake motive for inviting them early suggests that Kat is testing the waters of vulnerability. Unwrapping her emotions alongside the physical gift she receives, Kat's inner conflict centers on her desire for honest connections while grappling with trust issues related to the Dupree family dynamics. Her birthday becomes a symbolic moment of transition, a time to take stock of her relationships and aspirations. In an emotional exchange with her unnamed counterpart, Kat states that she feels like everything in her life is finally taking shape, showing her newfound confidence. Yet, the tough interrogation she endured earlier at the hands of Dupree men nags at her. The strain is evident, as she cautiously explores whether her connection with this other person might serve as a point of stability amidst uncertainty. Meanwhile, the subplot involving Naomi and Paul Dupree adds a layer of historical significance to the episode. Their dialogue about Paul's activism and the founding of Fairmont Crest ties the personal struggles of the modern-day characters to a broader legacy of resilience and justice. Naomi's admiration for Paul's honor carries an undertone of guilt, as though she feels inadequate in living up to such a standard. The episode delicately draws a parallel between fighting external battles and the internal battles of self-worth, much like Dany's struggles. Naomi's characterization as someone caught between admiration for history and disillusionment with present relationships paints a vivid contrast. The ending of the episode ties these disparate threads together with a kind of melancholy resignation. The highlight moment comes during Kat's birthday celebration, as she tries to blow out her candles while surrounded by her family. The metaphorical weight of her wish, left unspoken, as per tradition, lingers in the air, its importance almost tangible. Whether it's a wish for clarity, connection, or catharsis, viewers can only speculate. The quiet tension between different character pairings during the party further underscores that beneath the surface-level happiness, unresolved tensions remain. With Kat's birthday setting the scene, the episode poignantly hints at the complexities of identity and love. Anita's overpreparedness, Dany's emotionally charged outbursts, Bill's reluctant moments of honesty, and the multi-generational ties of the Dupree family point to a larger theme, that family can be both a source of strength and a weighty burden. The characters' various journeys evoke a breadth of emotions, guilt, hope, regret, and longing, that intertwine to make the Dupree family's story both dynamic and deeply relatable. Ending on a quieter note, the episode refuses to offer neatly tied resolutions. Instead, it lingers on the idea that healing, whether emotional or physical, requires time and effort. Kat, gazing at her birthday candles, reminds viewers that life's biggest wishes often stay locked inside us, their fulfillment remaining uncertain yet persistently desired. Through unresolved threads and emotional honesty, the episode leaves audiences with the hope that these characters, despite their flaws and struggles, might someday find a way to truly connect and forgive, both themselves and each other.